Well, I've shown everybody my tractor, and I've shown everybody the animals, and we've talked about grapples and stuff, but maybe now is a good time, as I'm waiting on an email in relation to UML diagrams in Violet database systems. Woo. Anyway, so how about plans for the future? Well, this stuff here, as you can see, it's actually primarily gravel, and it's fairly deep. What happened was the guy that lived here before us, all my stories about what I'm going to do start with that. He had a garage door that he had like stapled together with metal belts or something, and if I'm remembering correctly, he had a nice big target right here, and that target was, I think, a batting cage type thing, but I believe he was using it with golf balls, because there's golf balls all around here, and he had a little green mat out here, and so he would, I guess, sit under this nice shady tree and pitch golf balls into a target right there. But to do so, he left probably 6 to 8 inches of D1 style gravel, I believe is what this stuff is. I guess it doesn't really matter. And so I'm going to get in here, hopefully tonight, if I finish up all my homework, and I'm going to dig all of this gravel up, or at least as much as I can get a hold of, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it, actually. I've considered filling in that hole over there, which is kind of filling itself in, actually. It's doing a pretty good job, but I'm going to... There's 6 or 7 yards of fill dirt arriving tomorrow, and I'm going to have him dump it somewhere up here where it's convenient with the tractor to get to, and I'm just going to keep on rolling rocks out of the ground and moving them somewhere. And once I've filled up whatever the wife wants for rocks, I'm going to build something down the hill for these little guys who are loving the little rocks over there. See Annabelle on them right now. I actually don't have to trim their hooves. They spend so much time on these rocks that they wear them down flush themselves, which is just hilarious. Good for me, though. I'm going to build them a little mountain down there so they can be mountain goats. With the 2 series, I'm not sure if I'm able to stack them higher than maybe 8 foot, I think, as long as they're kind of small, but I don't think I'm going to go anywhere near that size, because I really don't want to dump some rocks and have them slide between the bucket onto the stack and then roll into the front of my tractor and mess it up. I'm totally cool with bending and scraping and scratching up the bucket, but the rest of the tractor not so much. So we'll see what I can do. I might need a grapple to finish that job. But this guy here, going back to it, I'm going to dig all of this out, and I'm going to see if I can go down 3 or 4 foot in here without causing too many, problems. Like, that tree is leaning super heavy crazy into this thing, so I might need a support there, and I might not want to dig the roots out too much for that one. But this whole area, as it goes from this tree to that tree, and that tree actually might be going, so it might be beyond that tree, to that tree, which isn't going anywhere. That tree's not going anywhere. This bush is not long for this world. That tree is also not going anywhere. These are purple robe locust, some form of an oak, live oak, cedar tree, which they don't get to stay. They're kind of gross looking. And then I believe, oh nope, that's a purple robe locust too. So locust. Obviously these 2 guys are oaks, and then I've got a dying cedar tree right there, because he got a little too close to the building, and we lost the top of our goat house, which is fine because it's a 2-story right now, and so they have cover, but I need to build up the roof again. Probably going to do a gimbal this time. But so all this, and then as far out this direction as I can go, this is all going to be a pond. Probably rather shallow for now. I just want to see if I can do it. And I don't have any clay up here, so I may have to pour a light layer of cement to make it kind of permanent, but I haven't really made it that far into the plan yet. Plan step 1 is remove all this stuff and see how many rocks I actually have to move to make something of that size. And I have a feeling that given what we've got right there, it's going to be significant, and it's probably going to be a several month project just to get down to 3 or 4 feet. Conversely, if I start digging and this was filled like the yard was, with something analogous to soil, I'm digging down until I hit rock anyway. So this is all going to be like a little tiny little pond. I may do a waterfall if I have the time, and we'll just stack up big ass rocks and put a pump over the top of it and kind of concrete it there in place. Shouldn't be too overly difficult. We'll have some nice water sounds, and so little guys like this one right here will have a place to go and be in the water or on top of the water, because the muscovies are actually described as perching ducks. They like to perch over ponds. Either way, I'm definitely going to need a way to evacuate the water from the pond, because I've seen how much poop ends up on the bottom of a little pool of water that the ducks are allowed to play in. I'm almost 100% sure it's all poop, but it might be some mud. They like to clean themselves in there too, but it's pretty heinous and it's a crime against nature. So we're going to see if we can install a big ass drain. And I actually, when I bought the house, there was several what kind of look like PVC, but it's blue pipes that are 6 inches, and I think one of them might be almost 12. They're huge. I can't move them on my own, but Thursday we get pallet forks, and I'll just go get some chain and we'll pick them up and drop them somewhere over here, and I'll have my pipe, and I'll probably just have it go straight out there. There shouldn't be enough water to do anything major, and I'll see what I can do about putting a way to remove that water manually without getting in the water, of course, because I'm sure there'll be a couple of feet of duck poop at the bottom of it when I go to drain it the first time. So we'll see. But yeah, plans. I got them. I got a lot of them.